And today, my friend, we have a society that's going to hell. We have a society that's boozing itself to hell. We sang the hymn, Stand Up for Jesus, ye soldiers of the cross. And we've got to be willing to take our stand. And here's a young man, friend, let me tell you, and he wants to go. But he says, his father knows it. No, stay tonight. And make thine heart merry, wait until tomorrow. And whenever the third night came, he wanted to go. And when the fourth night came, he wanted to go. But his father says, no, stay on. Not how our young people are caught, friend. It's not how they're caught in the sins of this day and this generation. Oh, the folly of this young man deepens. And on the fifth day, it comes and his father-in-law says, stay on. And he stays till the afternoon. And when it comes to the afternoon, his father-in-law says, stay tonight and then go early tomorrow. The young man says, no, I'm going. And so he takes his concubine and he takes his servant and he takes his asses and he heads off, friend. But he's going from one tragedy to the next. Would to God that he had never taken the concubine in the first place. Now go on in the story, friend, because at the end of the drunken scene, he gets ready to go and he makes his way. And on the fifth night, the young Levite decides he can stay no longer, and so he gets up verse 10. But the man would not tarry that night, and he rose up to depart and came over against Jebus, which is Jerusalem. And there was with him 2 asses saddled, his concubine also with him. And so he makes his way, and as he makes his way, he's coming near a place called Jebus. It's actually Jerusalem. You see, it was in the control of the Jebusites at that time. It was in the hands of pagans. And whenever they arrived there, it's getting dark. And when they arrived there, his servant said to his master, he says, Master, let's go into the city and let's stay the night. Levi said, no, we're not going to that city because it's in the hands of pagans and it's in the hands of the enemy. We can't stay there. But he said, we'll make our way to Gibeah. It's in the hand of the Israelites. And therefore we'll be near at home. You see, there are dangers in the city of Jebus at this time, but of course Gibeah will be safe. So they make their way to the next city and they come to Gibeah. Friend, when they come to Gibeah, it's dark now. And as they come and make their way into the street, they've got food for their animals, yes, even for themselves, but they've no place to lay their head. And so they look around and they sit in the street, and as they sit in the street, hoping that somebody will invite them into lodge, but nobody wants them. Until an old man comes along. And when the old man, verse number 16, behold, there came an old man from his work, out of the field at even, which is also of Mount Ephraim, and he sojourned in Gibeah. The men of the place were Benjamites. And when the old man lifted up his eyes, he saw this wayfaring man, and he saw this woman, and he saw this servant, and he saw the 2 asses there sitting in the street. And he says, whither do you come, or where are you going? They said, we've come, or we're passing from Bethlehem, Judah, towards the side of Mount Ephraim, from whence am I? And we're going to the house of the Lord. But no man received us in. And you know, the old man, he said to them, he said, come in with me. He says, you dare not stay in the street. He says, listen, so he brought him in, verse 21, into his house, and he gave provender unto the asses, and they washed their feet, and they did eat and drink. For friend, let me tell you this, there was something this old man knew about the city of Gibeah, that he wouldn't let them stay in the street that night. You see, the Levite wouldn't go to Jerusalem because it was dangerous. But he didn't know the city of Gibeah was dangerous as well.